Hi there! Today's video is about a few other amazing Second World War finds. Let's get straight to it. German Dugout. It's a long time since the end of the Second World War. The trenches were overgrown with grass and the dugouts collapsed. But sometimes diggers managed to find a place untouched by time and people. A few years ago, two friends were lucky to find a whole German dugout. The entrance was covered with earth, so they had to cut locks with a chainsaw. Looking inside, they found that the dugout was completely flooded with water. For more than 2 hours, they pumped water out. And while the motor pump was working, two friends imagined what amazing finds were waiting for them down there. The dugout could be completely clogged with German weapons, or the Third Reich awards with Hitler's bust on a table, or it could just turn to be empty. People of nearby villages could have carried all the weapons immediately after the war. After the water was pumped out, one of the diggers went down. The dugout was perfectly preserved. There was a large table with a German helmet on it and nothing else. When they cleaned the find, the helmet turned to be in an excellent condition with native paint on. There were owner's initials inside, and that increased the artifact value. You can't make much money on it, but friends will keep memories of this adventure for life. Rocket launcher. On the 7th of November 1941, 4 BM-13 Katyusha multiple rocket launchers installed on the base of STZ-5 Caterpillar tractors went to the front. In the Tula offensive operation, the division provided fire support to Soviet troops during the liberation of Stalinogorsk. On the 12th of December, having covered the concentration of German troops at Maklet station with 2 volleys from the area of Rusevo village, the division began to redeploy to the southern shore of Shot River. However, having fallen under the heavy shell, the convoy returned to Prudki and forced the Shot River across the ice. A car, a tractor and several combat vehicles passed, but one of the Katyushas sank, falling through the ice with the driver. In 1988, a veteran who witnessed the accident pointed to the place where Katyusha sank. On October 22nd, an attempt to leave the car was made, but the bracket connecting two cables burst. Only on November 25th, they managed to pull the rocket launcher to the shore. It took 5 tractors. A year later, the car was completely restored and took part in the victory parade. Airborne. And here is another dangerous find accidentally found in Minsk during earthworks. The police officers who arrived at the scene decided to take the dangerous item to the military place and destroy it. The bomb was laid to the deep pit to reduce the spread of fragments. Then the shell was mined and detonated. Steamboat Armenia. After several years of searching, the Soviet ship Armenia, sunk by the Germans during the Second World War, was found near Crimea. The loss of the ship is considered one of the largest sea tragedies in history. There were up to 10,000 refugees and wounded on board. A delay in the port of Yalta is called the fateful mistake of Captain Ploushevsky by many researchers. The ship was supposed to go to sea at night, but the loading took much time and Armenia departed only in the morning. According to one of the versions, the crew of Armenia was waiting for a valuable cargo, including gold and jewelry. But cars hurrying to the coast got stuck on the road, broken by bombs and shells. On November 7, 1941, at 10:40 a.m., after 2 aircraft bombs hit, the ship sank in 4 minutes. It was the last transport from the abandoned city. There were people from 11 hospitals, the Soviet and party activists of Big Yalta, doctors and many partisan families. Only 8 people were able to escape. The search operation took place in March 2020 and the area was examined by sonar. This study showed that there was an object resembling Armenia at 1.5 kilometers depth. A robot examined the bow of the ship, trying to find the name, but no luck. Probably it was painted with paint quickly corroded by aggressive seawater. Although there are more than enough signs to confirm that this is Armenia. Doubts disappeared after finding the noon bell on which the inscription Armenia is clearly read. That's all for today. Thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, you can thank us financially. All the details are in the video description. See you soon!